Good morning and welcome to Love Every Moment, coming to you today from the Black Hills of South Dakota. Today's verses are Matthew 7:24 and 25. Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and acts on them may be compared to a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell, the floods came, the winds blew and slammed against that house, and yet it did not fall, for it had been founded on the rock. Now, this looks at first glance like, boy, it's our effort that as long as we are using human effort to obey Jesus, then we're good. And if we don't obey him, oh my gosh, we're going to miss the boat. And that is not what it is saying. It says, therefore, and therefore refers, of course, to everything that has come before this. This is the build-up to it. And what has come before this is what I've been saying, that it's not our efforts, that it's him working through us. When we fall in love with him so much, he can have it all. We love him more than anyone else or anything else. Then he will give us new desires. And part of that is to hear his words and act on them, because it's really him acting on those through us. So, notice it says this house could not fall, not because of the incredible building ability of this guy. It's because it was founded on the rock. That is the reason it did not fall. Not because of good construction or human effort, because it was founded on the rock. So we'll have to find out what that rock is. So I wish I could say that I could obey Jesus just great out of my own human effort and wouldn't need all this, but I can't. That's why I need him to act through me. Let's look at the same verse in Luke 6:46. Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say? Everyone who comes to me and hears my words and acts on them, I'll show you whom he's like. He's like a man building a house who dug deep, laid a foundation on the rock. And when the flood occurred, the torrent burst against that house and could not shake it because it had been well built. Again, built on the rock is well built, as opposed to built on the sand, which we'll get next week. So now again, we really need to find out what this rock is, and I'm going to take us to a very familiar verse. Do you remember when Jesus asked Peter, who do people say that I am? And Peter gave various descriptions. But then Jesus asked Peter, who do you say that I am? And Peter said, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And now in Matthew 16:17, notice what Jesus says to him. Blessed are you, Simon Bar-Jonah, because flesh and blood, that is human effort, did not reveal this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. So you didn't come up with that yourself, Peter, through your own human effort. The Father working through you gave you those words to say. Then he continues, I also say that you are Peter, which you probably know means the word rock. And upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overpower it. So, what is the rock? Well, of course, some in the Catholic community will say the rock is Peter, and he's the first pope, and it's upon Peter's popehood or popeship that the church is built. No, no, no. It is upon the whole idea that God gave those words to Peter to say. God working through a man, that's the rock. We build on that rock, and the floods can come, the rains can come, the winds can come, and even the gates of hell can come and will not bowl that down, because that is the rock it's founded on. And friends, that rock starts with our love affair with God. So my RV friends, let's make sure that we love every moment, because then we're going to love every moment. I'm your average wretch, and I hope you have a great week.